I want to talk about our opponent. I thought that Blackman, as a quarterback, played extremely well, got the ball out of his hand fast, made some great throws under pressure. Thought the receiving core was very competitive. I thought early on that the defense played very rough and tumble. I think they got a really good punter and a nice return man. I think they got the makings of a good team, and I wish them well from this point forward. I thought we got their best shot, and certainly they showed well of themselves. I think our football team, imperfect today. I think there's I think everybody can see that we can be a dominant football team. Certainly, all three phases at different times were dominant in this game, and I think that's the good piece. We have to eliminate some mistakes down in the red zone, but frankly, we'll learn from this film. We'll be better for it, and we'll improve. I want to commend this team again. You set a national record for non-conference opponent victories in regular season. You go from 39 to 40, and then everyone thereafter will reestablish the record. In our stadium, we go from 19 to 20. 20 straight victories without a defeat. I think that those are really nice things to look at after games are over. Okay, I think that no one wants to or cares about those numbers until after the game is played. So if you could see it that way and not ask my players about these records before we play, I'd appreciate it. So defense, again, they were stingy and tough and on it, and those guys just kept making plays, and you have to give them some credit. And we had a coverage bust for the one touchdown, and they had a nice drive. They had a nice drive. They hit a bunch of passes and hit hots, and had guys in the quarterback's face, and got the ball off. So move on. It's all about the next opponent, in my opinion. Questions?
Do you survive those kinds of mistakes with your next opponent starting SEC play? Is that something you feel? I know you say you get better and learn from them, but do you feel if you make similar mistakes in games in the future, will give more depth?
Absolutely. Well, anytime that you play your better competition, you can't afford to give them some points. You get down in there, it's +3 or it's 7, and it's got to happen routinely, and it will from now on. It just, it will. We will. So.
Coach Wells, it's 21-14. Medberg gets sacked twice in a row, but then Wing pins him deep into territory. It seems like a light just clicked on for y'all. Y'all outscored 42-0. Did you feel the momentum starting to change there? They had the foul start penalties and everything for Idaho. It seemed like everything started going your way.
Well, I think we scored 2 touchdowns on defensive turnovers. So, and that happens really quickly in succession, and now the game's out of hand. And I think that those things, we're throwing the football. We're gonna have to see what those plays look like. To me, we probably got beaten protection, and frankly, we can't afford that as well. But that being said, a couple of sacks, we do have the ability to pin them down in there, and we can play good defense. And then now, if the defense scores, or the defense gets the ball back to us, we're still right dead where we need to be. So yeah. Again, those are the things that we'll want to dissect when we get to tomorrow. But right now, it's kind of a characteristic of a good football team.
Coach, Elliott Porter, Ronald Martin both get starts and play some usual guys today. It's a chance to just get lost and a lot of get a rest. Do you expect them back?
Lonergan's got a little nagging thing that came back in. I think he played, I don't know, a couple, 3-4 series, but it's we wanted to not necessarily tax him for the whole game. And good news is he'll be ready for next week. And kind of feel the same way about Ronald Martin. You know, I think you know, his play tonight looked to be, from where I was standing, pretty good, and gives Craig Lawson another week to heal and, you know, come back. So I think we'll be pretty healthy, you know, going into next week. I hope Blue's okay. I don't. He's a little nicked up when he left the game, and I don't know exactly how that all stands. So.
Les, how about the 2 picks by Martin and the plays in the ball by Collins creating the deflections?
The play by Collins really was the play. I mean, he's playing the ball in the air, and has the receiver in a defendable position, and then gets his hand on the ball and tips it up in the air, and it's really textbook is what it is in man coverage. You get that ball tipped up in the air, you have no chance to recover the tip. It's that safety who's playing, you know, the eyes of the quarterback that can be late to the scene and make that interception. So, yeah, those were big time plays.
A few times you had some blown coverage. Is that more young guys learning on the job, or is it more what they were?
No, I gotta be honest with you. I think the one our veteran corner kind of blew, but I think that he'll be the one that will be easy to correct.
Jeremy Hill's debut, what do you make of his performance? And if Blue was to miss some time, do you feel him getting some more reps?
Well, I think we're, Lord willing, we'll get Ware back, and Ford, Kenny Hilliard, Ware, and Jeremy Hill should be plenty at tailback.
Coach Russell Shepard got a lot of touches tonight. Is that a reflection of James not being there, or do you expect him to be, you know, more involved in the offense?
Well, James will be back, we would guess, next week, and I think Russell Shepard has some ability that we'd like to see him have some touches in virtually every game. So if we can do that, but you know, those will be pieces of us that, you know, we might keep for game after game.
Talk about the level of play LeVar Edwards has been at these first 2 games. Stepped in for Mingo and Montgomery for a couple starts and had that.
I want you to know, so when that ball got tipped in the air and he got it, I said, "There's no way they were going to tackle that man." If you watched his high school film, his ball skills, one, I knew he was going to catch it. 2, if he got loose at all, it would never tackle, and certainly that's what happened. It's really nice to see, you know, guys that have spent time in the program continue to develop, continue to improve, get better and better, and then in their last contest, in their last, you know, career, you know, season, they play their best, and that's really what LeVar's doing. It's how great, how wonderful.
You slide Hurst over, Alexander comes in, Lonergan jumps in, Kenny breaks off that 71-yarder, you score 3 more rushing touchdowns. Just talk about not only their continuity, but also that next man in the offensive line.
Yeah, the good news is we can rotate it around where we have really quality players at every spot, and that you know, we're fortunate to have the ability to make those moves. I give Stadrao a lot of credit there in terms of training those guys and training them dually at different spots and being able to, you know, move guys from one to the other. Hurst goes from right tackle to left tackle. And really, there's a couple other moves that could have been made, but that's kind of how we went to stay. And we really think that Josh will be fine. Again, it was more of a contusion rather than something really bad.
Les, Zach stayed in the game until early in the 4th quarter. When you kept him out there, were there looks you were wanting him to see, and maybe some passes?
Yeah, we wanted to throw some passes that he would be involved in, and we did. So.
Satisfied with what he did in this
Yeah. Overall, you know, I mean, there's ways to improve, certainly, but I thought he played well overall.
The one hiccup being that goal line
down in there, yeah, and really the route was very average, and probably went to stick it in there and didn't need to. You know, that's we'll fix that.
Coach, Jalen Mills kind of keeps showing up around the ball, making tackles and another interception tonight. How quickly is
competitive man? You know, those guys, they know how to play football. They have some skill and ability. They step in and play, and that's Jalen Mills.
What did you see out of the Michael Ford, his experiment returning kicks tonight?
Well, it didn't seem to be an experiment to me. I like the way he comes out of there. He's physical and he's fast, and yeah, I think we'll keep him back here for some of those.
Anything specific at halftime they mentioned?
No. We knew what was going on. It was the same stuff. Just needed to continue to play with intensity and go. It's good news is we can raise our level of play. That's kind of what you saw too. That there's another level of play, and that we'll need to reach that level routinely from this point on.